Okay, so I've got a longer video tutorial to show you how to make a Yorkshire button in full coming out in the next couple of days or so. But the question that I'm asked the most really is how to warp the actual loom when you start making the Yorkshire button. So I just thought I'd do a quick bite-size video on to show you how to do this. So the first thing is that you need to obviously have a loom, then have some wool or thread, depending on what you're using. So I'm using DK wool for this one. And it's on my biggest loom, the 8cm one. And also you need a long needle, so you can either use a bent tapestry needle, because that will make your job easier when you get to do the weaving around. But just for this one, I will be using a long needle, so that's actually more like a knitter's needle type thing. So I'm not sure actually what needle it is. It's just the first needle I found. But it's just the one that fits for this type of wool weight, and that will fit through the little hole there as well. Okay, so the first thing to do is to thread your needle. To thread the wool onto the needle, the wool of the thread. Don't do too big a tail at the end, and you'll find out why in a minute. Then the next thing is to thread that through the little hole. There we go. So you thread it as far as the end goes, so that's it, the end has gone through. And then you're going to need to have the needle on the other side. So what I usually do is that once I've done that, and I know that the tail is there, I'm just going to hold it against the loom at the back, just so that it doesn't go away. But then I'm going to put the needle through the hole again until it's come through. There we go. I've got it back. So that's fine, that doesn't need to be any longer than that. And then you can push the needle out the way completely along the wool. Maybe just unravel a little bit more of it. There we go. So once you've done that and it's out of the way, the needle, you won't need it until you actually start the button proper. So I like to turn it so that I've got number 1 at the top, just because it's easier to start off with. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to make the spokes on the loom, so the warp, just so that then we can weave the wool around to make the fabric of the button. So with the wool starting in the middle here, I would normally then go up to number 1, go at the back of number 1, guide the thread around the tooth, and that's it. So that's your first one done. And then I go down to the opposite side, and I take care that I go via the center of the loom as well. And then I go in between 10 and 11 and around 10, and then back up to the opposite side, which is going to be the next notch. So if my camera wants to focus properly, no, there we go, the next notch along from number 1. So at the top you'll go this way, at the bottom you'll be going this way. So So I'm going behind number 19. And so at the top you'll be doing the odd numbers, at the bottom you're starting with the even numbers. So now I need to go around number 8, and then I go to the opposite side, number 17. So I miss out the even numbers at the top at the moment, and then at the bottom I miss out the odd numbers, so I go to number 6 and I go around number 6. So that's how you start it, and then just notice how I take care to go to the center of the loom where the hole normally is. So then you know that you're going to the correct notch in that case. So I've just gone around number 6. So I'll just turn it around just to make it a little bit easier. And then I go around number 15 because I'm doing the odd numbers at the top. And at the bottom I'm going around number 4. Turn it around. Number 13. So my needle is a little bit in the way now. So I'm just going to push it out the way again, so that I give myself a little bit longer. So there you go, down to number 13. Around number 2 at the bottom. And remember, we do the even numbers at the bottom and the odd numbers at the top. So then I go via the middle again and around number 11. So once you've gone round all of the numbers, either the even numbers at the bottom and all of the odd numbers at the top, and you've gone back full circle basically, because you did start at around 10, so you did start around number 1 and around number 10, so we've done a full circle now. At the back it should look like this. So obviously you've missed out some of the teeth, and therefore that's why the wool is not around everywhere yet. So now we need to make sure that the wool goes around all of the other ones that we've missed out. So we just carry on. So the last one that we went around was number 11. So here it goes. Then I go to the center, and again at the bottom I go around the even numbers, so that's 20. Then I need to go around number 9 because that's the one that doesn't have any wool around it. Number 9, and at the bottom number 18. Number 7. There you go. Number 16. So you see, if I didn't remember, then I know if I go around number 18, my thread doesn't go in the middle. But if I go to number 16, it sits perfectly in the middle. So around 16. At the top it's around the odd number, number 5. At the bottom it's around the next even number, number 14. At the top is number 3. And we're nearly back full circle again. Just push that needle out the way again. Sorry, I need a little bit more wool really. There we go. So the last one was number 3. Then I need to go around number 12 because number 12 doesn't have any. Yeah. And then normally I would need to go then around number 1, but number 1 we actually already did that. So that tells me that I've finished now, and I have gone round all of the teeth. And you can just double check that this is the case. And yeah, there we go. So I've done that. So now what I'm going to need to do, so I'm just holding it there just so that it doesn't go away. But then the next thing that you're going to need to do really is to make a cross stitch just to secure all those spokes in the middle. Not everybody actually does this, so it's really entirely up to you. but I just prefer to do that. It just then brings the thread to the middle as well, and secures everything in place a little bit better. So at this point I would go and cut my yarn in a workable length, and then once I've done that with the needle, which I would bring a little bit closer then, which I've not cut it this time, so I'll only show you very quickly. The main topic of this video is the warping really, but just for completion, I'll just show you the next step, and it would be to go in between those two spokes, go right through the middle underneath inside with your needle, come back up the opposite side on number 2. So there we go, on number 2, and then pull it out completely, and then just do this again, just so that your thread is over it. But yeah, so I'll not say any more than that, because like I said, the main topic of this video was just literally just a warping, which we have now completed. There we go.